I don't know what's going on.
Welcome to Shopstick Travel. I'm Luke Martin, and today we are in Turkey. This is the start of our new series here, and we're kicking things off in the beautiful city of Istanbul. This is one of the world's greatest food cities, and I am so excited to be eating here again. So we're gonna have a day of eating all the classic Turkish street foods in the old city in and around Eminönü. It's gonna be a great day, so make sure you stay tuned until the end. Let's go eat some Turkish food. Our first stop on our tour of Istanbul is of course for DÖNER KEBAB, one of the most famous foods, street foods in all of Turkey. And we're at this really cool place that is kind of on the side of a mosque, right on the corner. It's called Hachi Osman. So their menu, you can get a couple different combinations. You can get a quarter bread, half bread, or full, and then different grammage of meat. And it smells really good. So let's go try it out. Their sitting area is just across the street. We got ourselves the 90 grams of meat in the half portion bread. So this is some really good looking meat underneath there. And one thing that's awesome is they've put some pickles in there. So there's pickles, there's tomatoes, and then there's a little green pepper, and then all of that meat. It's probably a mixture of lamb and beef. And then this bread feels super, super soft. Oh man, I have been waiting to try one of these to come back to Istanbul. So let's dig in. Those pickles really give it a nice sourness. You get some spiciness from that green pepper, juicy from the tomato, and then that meat is just full of flavor. You can taste the lamb, it's super juicy and tender, and the bread is so soft. It's the perfect little sandwich. I could eat this for every meal of the day. I love the pickles. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of doner kebabs in Istanbul alone, and a lot of them are really bad, but that one was amazing, right in the Ali Pasha Mosque. But we didn't eat too much. We're gonna keep eating. We're gonna walk through the Grand Bazaar. A little bit rainy, but I think it's gonna clear up.
We are here at the magnificent Suleymaniye Mosque. This is an incredible mosque. It was built in 1557 and it was the biggest mosque in Istanbul up until last year. So over 400 years it was the biggest here in Istanbul. And besides the mosque, we have an incredible view of the Bosphorus right behind us. It's beautiful. It looks over all different sides of Istanbul. It's really incredible.
I strongly believe that Istanbul is one of the world's most beautiful cities, and this is our first time to the Suleymaniye Mosque, and this is probably the most beautiful one I've seen in Istanbul. It is just very grand, very large, and there's birds everywhere. Everything's marble. It's very picturesque. I love the symmetry. So cool. And actually the next restaurant we're going to try is just outside the mosque. just opposite the mosque is Ali Baba, which is a restaurant that's been around since 1924, and they specialize in beans. So we have it here. It's called KURU FASULYE, and this is a Turkish stewed beans, stewed for about 8 or 10 hours with a little bit of chili, and that looks like those are gonna be really soft. And then we also ordered it with PILAV rice, and then of course Turkish chai tea. But this is something I've been looking forward to. I love stewed beans. I'm just gonna put this right on top of the pilaf and try it like that. The beans and the rice almost have the exact same texture, very soft, and I love the flavor. You can taste some tomato in there. It's got a little bit of tartness and acidity, and it's also a very, very little bit spicy, just a hint of spice, but it's really all about the texture and all of that sauce that they've been stewing in. You can tell that that's been stewing for hours and hours and hours because you can't get these beans that soft without it. Oh man. That is hearty. And the rice just soaks up all the flavor of that sauce. So you can see that there's a little bit of oil on top, but most of that sauce is almost like a gravy. It's very, very thick and hearty. Let me try just some without the rice. It's so rich, deep flavor, hints of spice. Yum. You definitely gotta have it with the rice though. It's very rich. Chai is the perfect thing to have at any time of day, but especially after your meal. And if you come to Turkey and you don't drink 7 or 8 of these a day, then you didn't really go to Turkey. Oh yeah. So Ali Baba's beans are a great option after visiting the Suleymaniye Mosque. Super hearty stuff. We only had 1 plate of rice and beans, and I'm full. Are you?
So full.
Oh man, but we still have a lot more eating to do. We're actually gonna go check out the Egyptian Bazaar, the spice market.
I don't know what's going on. Getting my heart.
It looks like he's pretending to cut your hand.
Yeah, chopping my hand. We got some cheese and a chopped up hand. I love it. It's so stringy. You get it?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Okay. So here in the spice market, there's tons of different shops selling cheeses, all different things. We just bought some cheese.
Yep, got some to take home, the string cheese.
Yeah.
And yeah, these guys are a riot.
Yeah, lots of good olives, all kinds of different spices. Everything looks good. And lots of friendly people. There is the outdoor portion of the spice market, which is much more local feeling, and then there is the old bazaar, the Egyptian Bazaar, which is more tourist oriented. Let's take a look inside there though, because the architecture is really beautiful. I'm not going to say too much about this market because we featured it in a previous video, but it's definitely worth coming and checking out for the architecture. If you're going to do some shopping though, try the shops around the market because you might get a better price. And there's one place that I want to show you though, it's really cool. This is the place to buy Turkish coffee to go, the grounds. So it's called KURU FASULYE, and they specialize, as I said, in Turkish coffee. If you're not buying some, you should still come here just to smell it. It smells so good, and people are buying it by the kilo. It's a really popular shop.
30, I wanna open pomegranate like that, and fish.
we have ordered up a pomegranate juice, which is in season right now here in the fall, and just take a look at the color. It is amazing looking, freshly squeezed. Let's give it a try. I love pomegranate juice. It's so tart and sweet at the same time. Oh, it's so refreshing. It's the best thing to have when you're here during pomegranate season. Just get the juice. It's amazing. Love
Good.
it.
Thank you so much for coming.
Really friendly guy
Yes.
at that shop.
Yeah.
And just like all of our videos, the information to find the places that we visit is down in the description box, just like his shop. So go try yourself a pomegranate juice or all kinds of different juice. Open 365 days a year.
To another side of town, and the taxi driver just dropped us off here, and behind me is the Aqueduct of Valens, and this is an ancient aqueduct. It used to transport water from 250 kilometers away from where we are right now, from modern day Bulgaria into Istanbul, and it was stored in a bunch of cisterns to spread fresh water across the city. It's pretty amazing. This is the only surviving piece left, and right now traffic is just driving under it, and it's a crazy busy area.
We've come a little out of our way to the shop that serves Boza, and Boza is a drink of fermented grains, and this is an ancient drink that has been popular in Turkey for centuries. It's got an interesting history too, so it goes way back, and it was actually prohibited because it has a very small alcohol content, about 1%. Then they let the soldiers start drinking it, but they weren't allowed to drink too much so that they didn't get drunk. But then in the 19th century, they made a new version that was alcohol free and a little bit more sweet, and that became widely popular all across Istanbul. And we've come to this place called Vefa Boza that's been open since 1867. So this is the last remaining shop serving Boza from that era, the 19th century, and here we have it. So they put a little bit of cinnamon on top, and you can see that it's this really thick fermented grains. So all kinds of different things in here that are fermented. It's kind of a secret recipe, and let me mix it around a little bit, and I have no idea what to expect this to taste like, but you can see that the texture is really unique. Let's try it. Oh man, that is good. That is good. It's not as strong as I kind of imagine it to be. I thought it was going to be very fermented. It does have a sourness, but it's also quite sweet. And you can definitely taste the cinnamon, and the texture is very interesting. It's almost like a condensed milk actually, and served a little bit cold, nice and refreshing. Such a cool shop too. They even have a cup on the wall that Ataturk, the father of Turkey, actually drank from when he visited the shop. So super cool. I'm glad we came and tried it out. So actually this is a really popular drink for winter time. You can definitely taste a little bit of sourness going on in there, but it's also sweet at the same time. This is the non-alcoholic kind, but I can see that this could be alcoholic.
That Boza was extremely good, and this shop is super historical, very cool to see inside. 1876, so old. And something that we didn't do but is very popular is to visit the shop across the street for leblebi, which is roasted chickpeas. Some people will pick them up, bring them over to this shop, and sprinkle it onto their drink. We didn't do that because we wanted the original flavor, but you can try it for yourself when you come to Istanbul.
So we just spotted some cafes that are actually set up underneath the aqueduct. They have seating underneath the aqueduct, so we're gonna stop for a cup of chai before we go to get dinner tonight.
This is one of many chais that we will have today. Like Luke said earlier, if you don't have a couple of these a day, you're not doing Turkey right. So we're sitting in one of these arches of the aqueduct. Very cool place to have a cup of tea. And we're just taking a little break before we head to our next food. Perfect.
One thing that's famous in this area is Büryan kebab, which is this here. It's pit roasted lamb. So we ordered ours with bone in, so you can see this beautiful lamb. It smells extremely smoky, served with some really crispy bread, and you can order it boneless or bone in. This is 200 grams. And then back here we've got a little salad with some olive oil and also some pomegranate molasses. And then we've got the famous Turkish ayran, which is the buttermilk, kind of like a yogurty drink, which is super frothy on the top. This all looks really good, and I'm excited to try this lamb, so let's dig in. Okay, let's start. I'm gonna try some of this ayran. Oh yeah, it's like super sour, creamy, really cold, frothy. It's like a yogurt drink, but it's got a little bit more depth to it. So the waiter just came over and told me I was actually doing this wrong. I guess I'm supposed to drink it out of the spoon like this. That's good. Okay, let's give this salad a try. I love that they put the pomegranate molasses on top. It looks like just cucumbers, maybe some green peppers and tomatoes. Super fresh, served nice and cold, really juicy tomatoes, and the pomegranate molasses just makes it so much better. Okay, it's time to try what we came for, the Büryan kebab. This is the pit roasted lamb, and on the bone you can see there's quite a bit of salt that they put on top. Nice bit of fat too. Wow, that is juicy. It's very tender. It's been salted quite a lot. It's a little bit too salty for me, to be honest. But what I really like is how juicy it is, because usually when you pit roast something like that, it actually tends to dry out quite fast, but it's got this kind of crispy layer on the outside and then very juicy on the inside. I think that's probably because we ordered it on the bone. It tends to keep in all that juice. Okay, I'm gonna try it with a little bit of bread. I'll break off a bigger piece than that. And grab some meat. You gotta be careful because there is like some little shards of the bone in there as well. You definitely don't want those. That lamb is so tender. This is some incredible lamb. I would recommend to probably get the boneless. I'm not sure if it's gonna be more dry if you get a boneless, but there's some little shards which are a little harder to eat around. This is like a fancier restaurant, but this food is very traditional and the lamb is just to die for. So soft. What a day of eating here in Istanbul. It feels so good to be back in the city. I know a lot of you guys are gonna ask about the situation with coronavirus here. You can travel to Turkey as per pre-COVID rules, so just check if you need a visa or not, and just wear your mask and try to be social distance at all times. Things are operating relatively normal, I'd say, here.
Yeah, definitely.
What do you think the best thing we ate today was, Sabrina?
Oh, I think that Alibaba beans were honestly my favorite. Such a good flavor, so hearty, and just a really cool location to be eating those beans.
I gotta give it up for the DÖNER KEBAB, because every time we come here, it's like the first thing I want to eat as soon as I get here, and that one was particularly good. So if you guys would like to become a Patreon, hit the link down in the description box. You'll get access to our monthly blooper reels and also to some really cool food maps that we've curated from all around the world. And we'll see you guys on the next episode of Chopstick Travel soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.